Hello, singing friends. Welcome back to my channel. It's Miki here, your friendly neighborhood singing coach. Today I'm going to be reacting to another video by the Barefoot Queen, Angelina Jordan. This was requested by my patron, Alan Kozma, and this is I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus on TV2, December 25th, 2014. So obviously Angelina is still a very young woman, but this would have been when she was very, very young. So I always love her early videos. They are very, very cute. So let's jump right in and see what this sounds like.
I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe last night. She didn't see me creep down the stairs to ever peep. She thought that I was tucked up in my bedroom fast asleep. That I saw Mommy tickle Santa Claus underneath his beat so slowly white. What left it would happen if Daddy had only seen Mommy kissing Santa Claus last night. I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe last night. She didn't see me creep down the stairs to ever peep. She thought that I was tucked up in my bedroom fast asleep. That I saw Mommy tickle Santa Claus underneath his beard so snowy white. What left it would happen if Daddy had only seen Mommy kissing Santa Claus last night. What left it would happen if Daddy had only seen Mommy kissing Santa Claus last night.
So I thought that was very, very sweet. I mean, she's always adorable and she has such a cute presence and way about her. She's very humble and you can just see that. But I think in this performance, the stylization was a little bit much for me. And I think that she's definitely learned to temper that much more as she's gotten more mature. I mean, she's just a little girl here, so not every performance is going to be perfect, you know? So that she was using that same old-timey style where she's using a little bit more that I saw Mama kissing. It almost sounds a little bit dopey, you know, where she's keeping her larynx really, really low. And a lot of times that works and it's beautiful. But in this one, she also was, her voice sounded a little bit tired and it sounded like maybe she was losing her voice a little bit. I mean, she still pulled it off and she did an amazing performance, but her voice did sound like a little bit frayed in sections. And the stylization was so much that it was interfering with my enjoyment of the performance. So she had so much of the vibrato and the slipping in and out of the straight tone and having that more stylized kind of frayed tone that it started to fatigue my ears a little bit. So if that doesn't make sense to you yet, let's go back and go over it a little bit so I can give you an example of what I'm talking about.
Mommy kissing Santa Claus.
So each of those notes, it wasn't like a clean tone, right? It wasn't like, I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus. Each one of them, she started with a connected tone where her chords were coming completely together, and then she let some breathiness and some vibrato come in on the end of each one of those. So it's like, I saw Mama kissing Santa Claus. I'm not doing it exactly like her, but you get the idea. It's like the stylization is almost too much. It's taking away from the flow of the performance. It's still beautiful, and I hate criticizing her because she's a little girl and she's so much better than like I was at that age, or like most people will ever be in their lives, but it's a little bit over stylized for me.
Underneath the mistletoe last night.
So that's a good example too, where she has that note, night. She scoops into that night, and then she has a little bit of that vibrato, right? It sounds like I'm making fun of her, but I promise you I'm not. I think it's beautiful, but it's just a little bit too much for me.
She didn't see me creep down the stairs to ever be.
So like right there, I would love more of the way that she started this line, that she didn't see me creep. That part was really beautiful, and then it dissolved kind of into more of that stylization again. So listen to that part again.
She didn't see me creep.
So that line was really beautiful, and it's almost like a relief to your ears. You're like, I can relax and just hear her beautiful voice without all of that extra vibrato and stylization.
To ever be. She thought that I was tucked up in my bedroom, fast asleep. That I saw Mommy tickle Santa Claus underneath his beat so snowy white.
So there, when she hits that high note, underneath his beard so snowy white, when she kind of phrases her voice, white, it almost sounds like she's straining a little bit. And I don't know if her voice was fatigued or if it's because she's using so much of that stylization that it makes it sound like her voice is cutting out a little bit, but it's hard to tell because there is so much of that stylization going on.
If it would happen, if Daddy I've only seen Mommy kissing Santa Claus last night.
So I guess that's her mom. I don't know her family members, but that's a cute little interlude in there.
I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe last night. She didn't see me creep down the stairs to ever peep. She thought that I was tucked up in my bedroom, fast asleep. Then I saw Mommy tickle Santa Claus underneath his beard so snowy white. What if it would happen if Daddy I've only seen Mommy kissing Santa Claus last night? What if it would happen if Daddy I've only seen Mommy kissing Santa Claus last night?
I mean, she still held that note out really, really nice, that sustain at the end with that vibrato. So there's a lot of really, really beautiful moments in this. I just wish that I could hear more of that beautiful, pure voice of hers without all of the ornaments. And I think that she's learned to dial that back so much more as she's matured, and it's unfair to expect her to be perfect in every single performance. I mean, she's just a little girl here. So it was a little bit too much stylization for my taste on this one, but I still enjoyed it and I still think it was beautiful. I just would have dialed it back by like 5 or 10%. So I hope that you guys enjoyed my reaction, and I will see you guys here. If this is a Monday, you'll see me on Wednesday, and if it's a Wednesday, you'll see me on Monday. And if you haven't joined the Patreon yet, I would love to have you there. I will put the information on the screen and in the description box below. Thank you so much. Stay well, stay safe, and until next time, of course, happy singing.